Hello and welcome to Illuminate Your Truth, a spiritual podcast for truth seekers and awakening souls. So today I wanted to discuss dark and lower energies, entities, and attachments. I've had a lot of people come up to me with different obstacles that they're going through. And, I want to be of some assistance here, and I just want to have a conversation about these different energies and what they look like, and how we can start to lose our fear around them. Because I feel like fear is a huge part of how they get their energy. And there's a lot of fear. There definitely is a lot of fear around this topic just in general. So let's begin. Let's talk a little bit about these energies and how they look and how we can start to spot them and essentially get rid of them. Maybe from us ourselves or from a space, our home. What do we do? What do we do whenever we find ourselves in a situation where we are being attacked spiritually, psychically? We're going to go deep today. This is going to be a pretty deep discussion. We're going to discuss some things of a darker nature. So, just get ready for that language. A lot of times I don't know how to explain the things that I've seen and experienced, and so I don't, but I don't see why I should hide that right now. So I'm just going to be as open as I can here. So if you'll just hold space for me as I speak this into reality. I've had multiple experiences dealing with dark spirits, energies, demons, and negative attachments. I've seen them in lots of different ways, and I've experienced them in lots of different ways. And so, I want to share the different things that I've seen and experienced. So let's just kind of start with what we're talking about here. So we're talking about negative energy. So let's start with the negative energy itself. Negative energy, how would I describe negative energy? So let me just give a scenario here. Negative energy on a person. How do I see this? I am an energy worker. So I work with energy. I work with energy in healing myself and my clients. So how would negative energy look on a person to me? A negative energy on a person would look like chakras being blocked. It would look like chakras not moving. A lot of time negative energy is found in the chakras. That's why in my healing work, I focus on opening, balancing, cleansing, healing the chakra centers, because those are energy vortexes. There's a lot of energy there. That would be the perfect spot for negative energy to creep in so that it could be fueled. So, negative energy looks like blackness. A lot of times I'll see it as like a mist or fog. A lot of times my hand will run up against something while I'm, scanning my client. It'll run up against something. So like my hand energetically will feel a block there. And like I've run into something. And so I go in and sometimes it's block-like. Sometimes it's square, it's like, sometimes it's like a black hole or like a mist that I have to clear. Sometimes it's stringy and I have to like pull it out. I have to I don't know how to explain it, but almost like a fishing rod where I'm like spinning the rod, the fishing line. I'm just like, trying to get out this stringy energy. I probably said that wrong. I have no idea what I'm trying to explain. A fishing pole, a pole. Oh man. But yeah, just kind of doing like that. That sometimes the energy looks like that, but it can look a lot of different ways. But this energy, that's what negative energy looks like to me. So that's one way, one kind of negative energy. So let's talk about negative energy attachments. Now, to me, these are alive. I see them on people all the time. A lot of times they'll look like blobs. Okay? Like a black blob with eyes. Sometimes they have like full faces, like eyes and a mouth. And they're real creepy looking. And they'll just like look at you. But a lot of times they don't talk. Sometimes they do speak kind of like telepathically to you. A lot of times the jargon's very negative, very like self-harm, very mean. And I'll hear it in my head, and it's a lot of times it really does shake me up because it's like, whoa, that was really mean, and I'm like, wow, this energy is not very good. This energy is not benefiting you. And so, at that point I would remove it. But a lot of times that's what a negative energy attachment looks like. And I see it on the body usually. It's not usually like hanging out in the aura. I see negative attachments like usually they're straight up on you, usually manifesting physically as a part of your body that's in pain. Okay, because that's how intense it can be. They're siphoning your energy while they're there. And so that's a negative energy attachment. That's how I've seen it. That's how I've seen them. They can be just stuck on you in places. A lot of times they look a lot scarier. A lot of times they are figured, creatures or whatever you would even call that. But their main goal is to steal your energy. That's why they're there. So negative energy attachments. Okay, so next let's go to negative lower energy cord attachments. Whoa, these are so common. Really see these on a lot of people. We all have them, but to people who we love, to our friends, our family, our loved ones, people we work with, it can get out of hand sometimes. So it's really important to regularly cut these cords with people because you can start to feel their emotions and emotionally be corded to them. And it can be very cumbersome when you're trying to focus on your energy and what you feel. A lot of times you can have negative energy cords where it's people attaching to you to steal your energy, it's an unhealthy attachment, where, you're the one who is not benefiting from the relationship. So regularly cut these cords. I like to work with Archangel Michael. Whenever I'm doing this cord cutting work on myself and on others, he's excellent at cutting cords. So if you would like to start a practice of regularly cutting your energetic cords, I would definitely say focus on your, scan your body, close your eyes, see where these cords are coming out of you. A lot of times it's going to be your heart. A lot of times it's going to be your womb, your hara. If you're a man, that's what if you're a male, your womb is called a hara. A lot of this is also your sacral chakra space. A lot of times we cord through this space and hold other people's energy, their traumas, all this energy here. Regularly cutting the cords that attach there. You also might have cords coming out of your legs too. Who knows? Where people will attach these cords, and they could be anywhere. But these are two common spots: your heart and your sacral. So definitely try going through and clearing those, asking Michael to kind of come down and cut those cords with his sword. And he's excellent at healing, what he cuts after, healing that up and making sure that you're all patched up and ready to go, energy intact. So negative energy cords, lower energy cords can be sent to you, if somebody is really, trying to steal your energy, old relationships, people who we just need to let go of. It doesn't mean that you can't talk to them ever again or it won't be their friend. No, it's just you're, in a sense saying, hey, I'm going to protect my energy. I'm going to feel my energy. And if I want to, connect with you emotionally, I will, but it'll be of my choosing. And it can be a beautiful thing whenever you figure that out and decide that that's what you want. Okay, so let's go on to demons. Oh man, okay, this is a scary topic. I've always been afraid of the word, the thing, demons always scared me. I grew up a Jehovah's Witness, and everything that was bad or negative or scary, anything that had to do with anything that was haunted or anything like that was a demon, was demonic. So I grew up with this huge fear of demons. I was scared of the dark, afraid of the dark. Oh man, was I afraid. And I always thought something was going to get me, or like something was going to move and scare the crap out of me. But yeah, so I've encountered demons in my spiritual awakening here now recently. And, like I said, I do a lot of energy clearing work. And so I'm always, clearing ghosts, clearing out negative energy, attachments, all those things. Demons, I hadn't run into yet. So, I guess it was just time. So with demons, there's definitely a darkness. There's definitely a type of possession that they like to play with. They will actually try to scoot themselves, they'll like scoot themselves into your aura and then try to actually possess you and actually push their way into your physical body. And it is very intense, and you actually can feel it happening to you. It's a very intense, different feeling as opposed to a ghost who just wants to be around you or on you. Demons actually want to get inside of you so that they can actually start to manipulate your life, steal your energy. They do this a lot by using fear as a tactic. Fear is a huge thing for them, because if they can scare you, they can get your energy. And so it's very important to understand that you're protected by your spirit guides, by your ancestors, by the archangels, anyone who you can call down. Just do it, because the more energy, light you have behind you, the better. So a lot of times they will try to possess you, so they will ride you for a little bit, and then whenever it's time, they'll try to possess you. They can definitely do that. A lot of times, demons can be sent to you, in black magic. So if someone's working the left-hand path, they, could send spirits your way. And they could send them your way, and they could send them to your house. They could send them to attack your family, yourself, and you'll just have to ride it out. And you'll be like, what? First of all, where did this come from? My house has never been active paranormally. There's never any paranormal activity here. And now there is. Something happened, so a lot of times that is the case. There's a lot of people who work, who do magic. And I think when you come to that realization of, there's not only physical attack, there is spiritual and psychic attack as well. And those kind of attacks also affect the physical. So, I mean, you're getting hit twice. You know what I mean? So it's really important to protect your home, protect yourself, learn how to do some simple magic, just so that you can put in place a spiritual protection, as long as also having physical protection as well, why not, so, but these are the different types of energies, different kinds of negative energies that I've experienced in my life and that I've, come around. But demons, yes, they could be sent to you. Any kind of thing like that could be sent to you. Dark magic can be sent to you as well. And that would be a form of negative energy. So let's talk about where these dark energies can hide. Okay, so negative energy, that can hide within your body, within your chakras, within your aura. That can hide in a building, in a place, in a home. Negative attachments, I've seen them hide within people's bodies, around in their aura as well. And they can also hide on actual things, like physical items. Negative lower energy cords, you can find them like in your sacral, in your heart space, and they'll just be like coming out. Like I see them as actual cords. Sometimes they're different materials, like sometimes they'll be stiff and hard, and then sometimes they'll be flowy. Sometimes they'll be actual cords, like thick. I'll see different thicknesses. But a lot of times they'll just be coming out of the front of someone's body. That's where I would see them. The lower energy cords. Now the demons, I've seen them on people's backs, and like I said, they will actually try to physically possess you. So within someone, in someone's home, I've seen that. You could see that it could be in a home, in a space, in a building. So that's kind of where you could find them, where they would hide. And you can pick them up, like I said, from just either them sensing your light and maybe you're somewhere and they are around. Maybe they like your light. They will try to hop on you. And sometimes they can be sent to you, but through objects and things like that. And how to get rid of them. I really feel like calling on your spirit guides, asking for assistance in figuring out what's going on, finding either a healer or someone who can cleanse your home for you, or learning yourself how to do it, to just, really have faith and know that this isn't going to be forever. I think for me, whenever I was trying to clear my home, I was like, okay, my house has not always been like this. It's going to go back to being normal again. It's not going to be crazy like this. We're going to get rid of this. We're going to get rid of this. It's all about just like knowing that you can push it out of your home. You can push it out of yourself. All it takes is that awareness and that want and that, I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it, and doing whatever it takes, because, sometimes doing whatever it takes is what it takes. So, just, doing what you got to do to get rid of it. And like I said, learning some basic magic you can do. There's different magic rituals and spells that you can do to protect and fortify and push negative energy out of your home. Lots of traditional spells and things like that you could use. Definitely get creative. But like I said, if you feel the need to do this and you feel like you could do it, then, I say definitely give it a shot, or call somebody who knows what they're doing and let them do it too. But, we all run into these energies. It's not like one person has them all the time and then another person doesn't. Like, we can pick up anything, anywhere. And that's really the truth of it. So, I hope that if you've ever encountered any of these energies, that you have strength and courage, and know that you're not always going to be in this situation. This is just a phase. And so, calling down your spirit guides to help you, and maybe asking for some assistance if you need it, and just trusting that that's going to come, and trusting yourself and knowing that you're going to know what to do. Protect yourself. Call on your ancestors, your spirit guides, your angels. Call on any type of healer, and just, know that it's going to be resolved. And yeah, just trust. It's so important to trust. So thank you all so much for tuning in. I really hope that I was able to explain to you about the different types of darker energies that are lurking around on our planet, and very active, and very much so here, and affecting our lives. So I hope I was able to give you guys a little bit of an in on that. And yeah, so thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to follow. I release podcasts once a week, and I really enjoy sharing these different deeper types of conversations with you all. So thank you for tuning in, and I hope you have a wonderful day. All right, bye guys.